Let's understand structured query language. Data definition language statements, alter, rename. Let's understand alter command. Let's understand what is altering. Sometimes we need to incorporate changes to an already existing tables. For example, renaming a field, changing the data type, etc. The alter command is used to make modification in an existing database table that demands a change during its lifecycle. Alter command is generally used with clauses such as change, modify, add, drop. Let's discuss change clause and alter command. To make changes in the column's definition, we use the change clause. The change clause allows you to change the name of the column, change the column data type, change column constraints. Here is syntax. Let's discuss changing column definition. We specify that we want to change in the structure of the table using the alter table command, followed by a command that tells the MySQL server that we want to change the column name. The change clause is followed by an existing column name that needs to be changed. Then we mention the new definition, new name, new data type, new constraint optional. Consider a table personal info with fields: customer ID, name, country, and city. Here, we need to rename name as full name with an increase in the number of characters. Use below alter query to change the name of the field name to full name. Use describe personal info to check if the column name has changed to the desired column name. Here, alter table personal info will tell MySQL server to make modifications to the table personal info, and change name full name varchar 30 is the command that tells the MySQL server to change the existing column name to full name with an increase in the number of characters that can be allocated. Let's discuss modify clause and alter command. The modify clause allows you to modify column data type, modify column constraints. Modify clause cannot be used to rename a column. Here is syntax. Modifying column definition. We specify that we want to change in the structure of the table using the alter table command, followed by a command that tells the MySQL server that we want to change the column name. Suppose we are only interested in changing the data type and constraints on the field without affecting the field name. We can use the modify keyword to accomplish that. Example. Consider a table personal info with below fields. Here we need to increase the width of full name field from 20 to 35. Use below alter query to change the width of full name to varchar 35 with a not null constraint. Use describe personal info to check if the column name has changed to the desired column name. What is difference between change and modify clause? If you have already created your MySQL database and decide after the fact that one of your columns is named incorrectly, you don't need to remove it and make a replacement. You can simply rename it using change. This command does everything change can, but without renaming the column. You can use the modify command if you need to resize a column in MySQL. By doing this, you can allow more or less characters than before. You can't rename a column using modify. Let's discuss add clause and alter command. The add clause allows you to add a new column to an existing table, add primary key constraint to an existing column, adding a new column to a table, To add a new column to an existing table, we use the Add Column clause with the alter command in the following way. Here is syntax. Example. Consider the previously created table personal info. Here, we add a new column, income, to this table. Use below alter query with the add clause. Use describe personal info to check if a new column has been added to the table. Let's discuss add after clause and alter command. If you notice, by default, the add clause adds a column at the end of the table. We use the after keyword to add a column at a particular position in a table. Let's say you want to add a gender column after full name column in the table personal info. We use the following query to achieve this. Use describe personal info to check if a new column has been added at the desired position. Now, let's discuss add clause and alter command. Assigning primary key constraint to an existing field. To create a primary KDY constraint on, say, emp ID column when the table is already created, we use the add clause with the alter command. Here is syntax. Example. Consider the previously created table personal info. Here we need to declare customer ID as primary key. Use below alter query to add primary key to an existing field, customer ID. Use describe personal info to check if the primary key has been assigned to the field. Now, let's discuss drop clause and alter command. The drop clause with the alter command allows you to delete a column from the table, removing the constraint from a column, dropping the primary key constraint from a field. To drop a primary KDY constraint from an already created table, use below syntax. Since there is only one primary key in a table, we don't need to specify the name of the column. Here is syntax. Example. Consider a table personal info with below fields. It would not be a good practice to declare full name as primary key. Use below alter query to drop primary key from an already defined primary key field, first name. Use describe personal info to check if the primary key has been dropped from the field. Dropping a column from the table. Suppose you no longer need a column from a table for your analysis. In this scenario, we use the alter command with the drop clause to remove a column from the table. Syntax. Example. Consider a table personal info with below fields. Here we don't need the column income from the table. Use below alter query to drop the income column from the table personal info. Use describe personal info to check if the column has been dropped from the table. Now, let's discuss rename command. The rename command is used to change the name of an existing database table to a new name. Renaming a table does not make it to lose any data that is contained within it. Here is syntax to rename a table. Example. Let us rename the current personal info table to information. You can use Show Tables command to retrieve the name of all the tables present in a database. Customer info is the name of the database. We use the below command to change the name of the table. The name of the table personal info is now changed to information.